Okay, so now if you're throwing BP to your guys, just give them time. So there's one thing that I always that I'm big on, making sure instead of just trying to figure out how many balls they're hitting, make them count. Okay, so if you have a whole team, if you got a bunch of kids that are waiting, maybe cut down on the reps and actually make the swings count. Let's say you cut down to 5, 6 reps, but actually quality reps. So here he's backing off. He's gonna take a deep breath, and then he jumps in. Okay, again, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna back off, reset. Instead of sitting here going 1, 2, 3, now he's giving himself time, jumps in. Yep. Okay, again. So now we're actually got 2 quality reps here so far. Okay, that's a ball there. And instead of just going right up to right next to the next one, we're gonna give him time. Okay, so right now we're playing it again. We're up in the count. So when we're up in the count, obviously we're looking for a good pitch, okay? And he's still doing his same routine here. So every single swing, we're making them count here. Might have slightly got on there on that one. So instead of, this one thing that I've been telling him for a while, right? Instead of just shutting down and bringing your shoulders down, having body language, we'll reset. Maybe we have to squeeze the bat. Whatever we gotta do to reset, we breathe and we jump right back in. There we go. Now we hit it right back up the middle. Okay, I'm not saying you're gonna obviously be successful every single swing, but the more time you allow them to reset, the better chance he's got to actually start up back up fresh instead of worrying about the pitch before and the one before that. Okay, same thing here. Okay, so again, he rolled over on this. Okay, so instead of saying next and going to the next one, just let him reset real quick. Okay, again, he rolled over again. Okay, this will happen obviously in the game. So he has to learn how to control it up here, just like he would in the game. Instead of getting frustrated and try to let the last pitch carry on to the next one. Yeah, now we crush the ball in the gap. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're gonna sit there and take 5 minutes, in between pitches, but just a few seconds. Again, if you try to help out your hitters, then just maybe cut down to 5, 6 reps and actually make them quality instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a bunch of reps, and they're just kind of pointless. Okay, so now we're gonna reverse it. We're gonna go 0-2 count, 2-2 count, 1-2. Basically, he's behind the count here. So now we're gonna back up the pitch. We're thinking right center for righties. Obviously, left is the opposite. So I'm gonna try to mix it up here, fastballs and changeups. All right, so he rolled over on that one, same thing. We have to learn how to reset. That's one of the hardest things in hitting. We just kind of carry that last pitch onto the next one, and it's hard to have fun that way. Same thing. Not bad. Good. Obviously, I'm not a pitcher. I'm trying my best to just spin it or throw a little change up there just so he can kind of adjust with it at the last second when we got 2 strikes. One thing I tell him, we're still thinking fastball. So if we're going to off-speed, we got a better chance. I wouldn't take a crazy hack, right? Like if you're up in the count, I would cut back a little bit and have a different approach. Yeah, I keep coming with it. Okay, one thing that I tell him to do is to make sure he's going behind the hit, just to exaggerate staying through. It's all right. So this is where a lot of kids will panic, right? Like when they get 2 strikes, they're like, oh crap, I don't want to strike out. I don't want to strike out. I don't want to strike out. And before you know it, they strike out. Okay, so we have to try to reverse the whole mindset there. Okay. That. Okay, so it's slightly kind of coming out of posture a little bit, but that's what we're trying to work on. We're trying to work through that instead of just shutting down and being too worried about where the ball goes. Instead, I want them to know what they did wrong and how to fix it. There. Now we're firing through the other way. Hey guys, Moy Style Baseball here. If you're interested in infield camp or team infield camp around the nation, you shoot me a text at 251-509-3815. Or you can also email me at moystyle33@gmail.com. Keep it Moy Style.